Shalom. Shalom, my people, Shalom. This is a very interesting month we're going through, which is leading us up into the new year. Very interesting, very truthful. We need to open our eyes and pay attention to what's going on. Because what they're doing is they're trying to blindside, they're trying to railroad, they're trying to keep us from learning our history. But I got it. I got it, people. I got our history. It's in the Bible. It's in books. The Bible said, blessed is the man that readeth. First of all, I'm going to give you a round of applause. And today's drink, I have cinnamon stick tea. Cinnamon stick tea. Black tea is that. Always good for the body. Always smooth for the body. Always like to clean your body out. You got to stay clean with the food they're giving us. We don't know what's going on in this food. It ain't real food. It ain't good food. But check this out, folks. Let me get right to it. Let me get right to it right quick, right now. This book is called Cujo. Her own story of the last African slavery. See, this was on Netflix. It is called A Descendant. If you go to Netflix and look for Descendant, it's in Alabama. When Abraham Lincoln signed the end of slavery in 1865. And this is about some friends, white friends sitting around, made a bet that they can go over there and bring some more slaves back because it was against the law. They made a bet that they can go over there and go get some more slaves, and they did. And you got to look at the movie, look at the book. I got the book, and I got another book on the same thing, but it's a little bigger, go more into detail. This was like a short version of it, but I got the other one in the room. It's all, Netflix wrote this book. Netflix put this book out. It's a true story. Matter of fact, when you go look at Descendant, go read the book. Because it's on TV. They talking to the ancestors of the people. See, this is us. This is what they don't want you to know. You know for a fact that this here. But they don't talk about this here. They want to talk about the Holocaust. I got a book called The Negro Holocaust. You ought to see the stuff that we went through. 100 million. 100 million Negroes died coming across the Atlantic Ocean. 100 million. I want you to look at it. They was trapped in ships on their periods. Used the bathroom on themselves. Little babies. They was having babies while they was on that ship. They was pregnant when they was coming here. And they were having the babies. And the babies died. They would take the babies and feed it to the sharks. Or either the slaves didn't want to be enslaved no more. They jumped off. And it became so known that the sharks knew what time it was to get fed every time they would bring slaves, because they knew when they got sick, they would throw the slaves off. They keep all the rest of them getting sick. This is true. Some of them would just jump off. Some of them would just jump over on board because they didn't want to be slaves. Go to the Bible and said that your enemy shall be over you in a new land that your forefathers have not known. Our forefathers didn't know about the West America over there, the Americas over here. We didn't know nothing about that. All we know about it was Jerusalem and Africa. Yes, we migrated to Africa in 65 AD, running from the Roman prosecution when we was in Jerusalem. And that's how we get to Africa. That's how we get to the west coast of Africa, because everything over there is Africa. They built that river in between it, and they called the river with Unai's Canal, and they separated and called it the Middle East. So they didn't want you to figure out the connection. But these are the people, these are your ancestors here. So never forget where you come from. Deuteronomy 32:7. Remember the days are old. If not, ask your elder, ask your father. So these things won't happen to you again. See what's going on now? They don't want you to remember these days. They don't want you to remember that. Because guess what? You start getting relaxed. Just like I told you yesterday in the video in Maccabee 1, First Maccabee, chapter 1, verse 11. Wicked men of Israel went out, persuading our people, telling them, hey, let's make a covenant with the heathens. Because we was better off when we was over with them under slavery. It's still people right here today our wicked enemies are on TV promoting that. Be quiet. Don't say nothing, because guess what? They done made a covenant. That's why they call it Illuminati. Most High say y'all done made a covenant with the heathens. You done been persuaded to make a covenant. Now you're trying to persuade us to make a covenant. Our people are docile in Hosea 4 and 6. My people, we'll see what it is. My people like knowledge. My people have no knowledge and they consider not. My people are destroyed. We have no knowledge of nothing, because guess what? We don't want to hear about it no more. I'm in a better place. I got a good job. I don't want to hear about that. But the Most High say don't forget. Because guess what? The same stuff will come back around again on you. And it's coming now. That's why they want to hush up Kanye West. Cal Urban. Many other people that are talking, saying they're real Hebrews, they cut you off. They got our winners and they got our wicked men saying they want to live in peace. There will never be no peace. You will never share your glory with Esau. Esau is not going to let you be there with him. When you get too big, he will destroy you. Kanye West already told you what happened when he told you that he sacrificed his mother. Shaq sacrificed himself. They put on a dress. LeBron James sacrificed himself. He put on a wig. Shaq sacrificed himself. He put on a dress. Jamie Foxx sacrificed himself. He wore a dress. Will Smith sacrificed himself because he played in 6 degrees of separation in the bed with a Caucasian white man, naked. Martin Lawrence sacrificed himself. He put on a dress. They tried to sacrifice, what's your boy name is? They say he went crazy, but he didn't. He was on Oprah years ago and did an interview. It's going to come to me. We have a special on Netflix. He said he went back there in the dressing room and they had a dress for him. And he wouldn't wear the dress so they demean his name. God said you should be a byword, you should be astonishment. Because this is what's happened to you when you don't want to do it. He used to be on Central what? U.S. Central, you have that Central Comedy or Comedy Central. Dave Chappelle. Michael Jordan sacrificed his father. Magic Johnson sacrificed his son to be healed. Dwayne Wade sacrificing his son. Look at the trend. All this stuff is for real. All the rappers sacrifice their butt. It's another comedian, I can't think of his name. He's an independent comedian. He said they do not want to cross him because he knows what goes on in Hollywood. Now you got everybody coming out telling the truth, because guess what? They're not doing it on their own. God pushing them to do this. The truth is coming out. The guy said that they don't want to cross him because he knows that 85% of the guys that come on Netflix had to give their butt up on Netflix. Netflix comedy. Had to get their butt up. And we already knew this. P. Diddy. You got the rappers kissing each other, wearing fingernails. You got the rapper women had to sell their soul. Rihanna broke down and was crying, said she didn't like the record. She even got what she don't even have her daughter listen to it, but you got you listen to it. Beyonce, Jay-Z, they worship the devil when they get there and do that sign. Beyonce singing a song, all the single woman, but turn around and marry Jay-Z. Beyonce considered one of the prettiest women around. Jay-Z cheated on her. She didn't leave him. And you got these so-called, ain't no so-called, these poor Negroes divorcing their husband off a song that Beyonce made, but she never left her husband. They worth billions of dollars. Now you on Instagram, Facebook, crying, wanting the man. Man tell you he don't want you, you call him gay. You call him all kind of names because you hate rejection. Men are waking up and not taking the crap no more. They'd rather be alone, take care of their body and everything than to mess with a woman. Our women. See, they don't want to tell you this stuff else. Skip Bayless, better known as John Edward. John Edward, better known as Skip Bayless. Everybody knows who Skip Bayless is, but y'all never knew his real name. His name was John. His name John Edward. He was on Facebook yesterday, and he was telling Shannon Shaw he go golfing with his Jewish family and friends on the golf course, and they are scared. Don't you see what they doing, folks? How in the world are you scared when they shooting us? They're not shooting no so-called Jewish people. They're not robbing no so-called Jewish people. Ain't no Jewish people standing in the bottom. You going golfing, but you afraid. Just like Shannon is waking up for some reason. Say enough is enough. Now black people are saying enough is enough. We all need to join together and say enough is enough, because you are next. You are next. Our God said, don't never forget the days are old. Ask your father, ask your elders, because they're running the same scheme over and over again. And we have wicked brothers, wicked men of Israel, according to Maccabee, went out trying to persuade the people. Y'all don't pay no attention to Kanye. Don't pay no attention to Irving. They think they smarter than everybody. Because guess what? They're the wicked men of Israel. We always had wicked men that would go set us up. But just so happened the Most High picked Kanye West, one of the most powerful men in the world, one of the most influential guys around. God put him to come up and sacrifice everything he got to tell the truth. Because guess what? They couldn't hold it no more. He feel freer now than he did because he know he had to sacrifice his mama. That's why he was going through that trauma. You would never understand that. He knew he had to sacrifice. Now that he came out and said it, he's free. God said the truth will set you free. He's free now, so he had limited, because now he done got that off his chest. He can tell the whole story. Because what else can you do to him now? You done killed his mama. Now ain't nothing you can do. Now all he had to do is just speak the truth. They cannot come up and kill him, because then you'll have an investigation of why he dead. But you got Charlemagne the God. They use him to push the narrative saying something is wrong with him. He acting like he ain't going to be here no more. What kind of Negro says some stuff like that now that he getting paid? Don't you know Charlemagne got his own show? How do you think he got his own show? Charlemagne got his own show because he is part of Illuminati. He's part of the wicked men of Israel. The Jewish people own everything. They own all the TV shows, Amazon, Facebook, Twitter. Everything you can think of, they own. But they scared. Every single aspect of the media is Jewish. Sony, Paramount, Fox, Comcast, Walt Disney, TMZ, Showtime, HBO, CNN, Marvel, Columbia Picture. Okay. That's all I can see here. They own all these stations. The light is too, you can't see it, but I just named them off to it. They own all of them. They control the narrative. They control the narrative. You got the Hebrew Israelite brothers standing up, telling the truth. We need our people to get on board, because that's the only way we can stop them. We can't do it by ourselves. We need our women, our men to wake up. You got guys that are chasing clout on these channels. They're chasing viewers on these channels for them to get paid by their so-called master. Because they own everything. You know a Jewish man owns Facebook. You know a Jewish man on Twitter. You know a Jewish man on Instagram. And we are on them shows the most. It was an Arab guy. We have nothing to lose or nothing to gain from telling the niggers the truth. Nigger. Not Negro, but niggers. He had a video on that they took it down. He said that the Jewish people control the narrative. The Chinese people control the narrative. In China, when they're on Twitter, they don't see what we see. They don't see our women twerking. They don't see the stuff that's going on with the men on there. They don't see that. They can control the narrative. But when they show you the nigger, Nigger, they show you your narrative. That's why when you type in something, your whole page is flooded with it. You can be looking for a pair of shoes. Your whole page is flooded with it. You can be looking for life insurance. Your whole page is flooded with it. You can look for BBWs. Your whole page is flooded with it. Whatever you look for, they're going to flood your page with it. Because they control the narrative. Skip Bayless is a Jewish man. ISH. Anybody who went to school know ISH is pertaining to. They'll never call themselves Jews. They call themselves Jewish because they know they are not the real Jews. But you right here laugh when we tell you that we're real Jews. Why in the world are they so upset because somebody said that they are the real Jews and you not? How many times you done been anywhere and said that I'm this, I'm that? Do you get up in a fight and try to take people money? You are trying to butt break these men like you butt broke our forefathers. You raped our women. You raped our children. You killed our dogs and animals and cats. Everything we had, but we couldn't learn nothing. And most important of all, you took our culture and our heritage. Now you got us right here docile and weak and killing one another while you living off the backs of our glory. Everybody want to be a black man, but the black man don't want to be himself. Everybody want to be black people, period. But black people don't want to be themselves. They're going to get blonde hair. They're going to get blue eyes. You'll get eyelashes. That's disgusting to a black man. We hate it. They're going to get that stuff in their face. Orange hair, green hair. We don't like that. Yes, we'll sleep with you, but we won't marry you. We won't introduce you to our mama. We're not taking no trash to our mama like that. You know better than that. But guess what? Esau has destroyed your mind. You'll come on here and you'll talk bad about a black man. We love y'all, but we can't stand the way y'all have turned out to be. Esau had told you to lead a black man. You don't understand the struggle of the black man. You don't know nothing about a black man because they have told you a lie. They took our job, our warehouse job. They target the black man. Not saying they ain't target the black women, but they target the black man to make sure if I kill him, I can kill the family. So that's what they're doing, folks. They put us in prison, 85% of us in prison. They give you a felony for a tail light. That's where you can't get a job. You're forced to feed your family, sell drugs to your own people. And don't say get out there and brush your butt. Don't say other countries come here and do it. Yeah, they do. They give them $10,000 to open a business. But you can't get no money to open a loan or your business. They're not going to enhance the people they're trying to oppress. They give you $5,000. And that's it. But they'll give you $100,000 student loan for nothing. You taking psychiatrists. You taking nurses' aid. Jobs that ain't going to pay you more than what the degree costs. When we can get together as a family and rule the world. Take our money, put it in our, and save our own money amongst ourselves. Buy our own stuff amongst ourselves. We got people like Kanye can make stuff, design stuff. You got everyday women know how to make dresses and all that kind of, make jewelry. But we're so blind that we can't see. Not only are we fighting them, we fighting our own people, our worst enemy. The Bible said we got wicked men of Israel. Once you understand that you are a Hebrew Israelite, you will understand that we got wicked men of Israel. The pastors are wicked. You got women pastors. That's wicked. We go against everything in the Bible. But you love God. You do not love God because you do not keep his commandments. You walk around here, hallelujah. Every time the word come out, praise the Lord. I had a person ask me, you going to church on Sunday? I said, the Bible don't say nothing about Sunday. The Bible says the Sabbath. But they're old people, so I didn't go any further. They're 80 years old. They've been tricked and duped. They take all your money. You can barely make it. You can barely pay to get your grass cut. They take all your tithe, which is not real. They had you, all this in the Bible, a yoke of iron around your neck. Look at that man with whelps on his back. This what they had on your back and had on your mouth. Be quiet, nigga. Be quiet, nigga. That's what they try to do Kanye. That's what they try to do Urban. Look at that. Raping our women. Hanging the men. We died trying to fight for our women, but they told us we didn't do nothing. We jumped, we didn't lay down. There's plenty of revolutions in the Bible where we fought for, against our oppressor. Look what they did to us. They don't want you to know this. They want to take this off of you for you can't see it. Why? Ask the question, why do they want to keep you docile and weak? You fought for our family. We fought for our family. But they got our women thinking that we hate our family. We love our family. We always have. They put us against each other. Divide and conquer. This is what they did to us. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all shall curse, that all these curses shall be upon thee and overtake you. Go read Deuteronomy 28:15 all the way to 28:16. Every last one of these curses fit you because our forefathers disobeyed the law, statute, commandment. And we're doing it right now today. The Bible talks about how we should hate our brothers, leave our children, how wives should hate their husbands and disgust their children. You see it every day. All these curses fit us. You shall be a byword. You shall be an astonishment. Look at them niggas. Look at their britches showing, their drawers showing. I seen a man look like he about 55 to 60 years old. Got his doggone one hand holding his pants up, no belt, and the drawers showing, thinking he cool. You 60. When are you gonna wake up? You 60 years old. Women's, y'all have control of what's going on. You say, oh, how we got control? If you tell a man he can't come around you without having the britches come up, if he like you, he will not come around you with the britches come up, hanging down. You tell a man you can't come to my house loud, drunk. If he wants you, he won't. He'll come to your house in decent and in order. You can't come to my house with that loud music. You can't come to the house disrespect my kids smoking weed. You can't come to my house and disrespecting my family. You got to have your hair combed. You got to smell good. You got to look good. You got to be decent and in order. If that man love and care about you, he will come in the way that you want him to. But guess what? When you try to straighten him out, he'll go to another sister that will have it. So we all on one accord, it won't work. But guess what? We've been going through this for thousands of years. It's nothing new. And let me tell you something, folks. The Most High said 2/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel gonna die. So a lot of y'all gonna die. So it's only 1/3 of you gonna make it. Only 1/3. 1/3 out of a whole. 2/3 are not. I'm trying to tell you, people, it's serious. And nobody listens to the Most High. Nobody listens to his prophets. Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall. I want you to hear this. Therefore, in Deuteronomy 28:48, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemy, which the Lord shall send against thee, and in hunger, and in thirst, and nakedness, and want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron about their neck until he hath destroyed you. That's the yoke of iron on your neck. All this in the Bible. That's how it's you. He said, until you have been destroyed. So now you're mentally destroyed. The yoke done came off. Now you're mentally destroyed. And then God said that your enemy. Who is your enemy? Who you serve over here? Who in Job 9:27, where the Lord said, I gave the earth into the hand of the wicked. Who is the wickedest person on the planet? Who is the wickedest people on the planet going around killing and destroying everybody, even their own? This there. Serve your enemy. You got to go to them and get a driver license. You got to go to them and get a license to get your own business. You got to go to them and get a loan to get your business. You got to go to them to get your material to keep your business going. You got to go to him for everything. You need a driver license, you got to go to him. You need a Social Security card, you got to go to him. You have nothing of your own. We have absolutely nothing. Even Jay-Z got billions of dollars. They can do them just like they did Kanye and strip them of everything. You own nothing. And your enemy is only going to let you stay out there so long. Then he'll destroy you. Ice Mike Tyson. Ice Michael Jackson. Ice Prince. They tried to warn us. They tried to tell us. Mike Tyson said that he's so free right now because guess what? Now he ain't got to worry about nobody coming here about no money. He said he had $400 million when he left boxing. He said, but everybody was after him. He said, but now he's free because he has no money. That's sad. But it's true. These women think they got these degrees. A man does not care nothing about your degree. Because guess what? He don't get none of that money. His money is your money and the bill's money. He get what left. But they don't know that we came together, we can make it. They told you about the 50-50. And this day in society, you need a 2-income family. Don't you think a man, if he made enough money, he would want his family to stay home? But they set it up that way. Go back to during Martin Luther King time when they had jobs in the neighborhood. You can go to, think about your granddaddy can support a whole family, a family of 15, and mama stayed home. They changed the whole narrative of us. They gave our women food stamps and kicked the man out. The man married to the government, even though they know they're struggling, it's not enough. But that feminism taught independent. But they only use feminism when it works for them. When they turn around and don't work for it, then they ain't a feminist. They have destroyed our mind. We ain't never did this. We ain't never lived like this. Our grandparents living way better than we are. And the women will say they didn't take all that, they took a bunch of stuff. No, they chose their family over the streets. It was never meant for a man to have one woman. And if you don't know that by now, I don't know what else to tell you. You know it don't. And when you read this book here, this is the slave ship. The woman, when she got what she couldn't do all of it, couldn't handle everything, she would talk to her husband and tell her husband, I'm going to go to your sister wife. But the one thing about it, she had to pick them out. She picked the woman out, and you could not know the woman. She was ahead of everything because it lifted a burden off her. Y'all think it's all about sex. God said it's for protection and help. But They came around here and told you that, and now you're in an uproar when you see. I don't care how old you are. Go back to whatever you were. You never seen a man with one wife. It'll never be. As a matter of fact, these times when y'all, our black women are the least protected woman on the planet. Because Esau said it like that. But guess what's gonna happen? Esau finna start killing, destroying, famine. You see the famine. Diesel trucks ain't got no gas. The big semi trucks ain't got no gas. The food shortage finna come. All this stuff finna come down on you. And guess what? You're gonna need protection. It have nothing to do with sex. You're gonna need protection. You have a man ain't finna have 20 different women at one time into my set. It's all about protection. We're gonna be trying to scrape up food. We're gonna try to do our water, everything kind of live. We're gonna be piled up in one house trying to make it because it's coming. There's nothing new up in the sun. You remember the Great Depression? Okay, it happened. It's starvation time. It's coming. And then if we don't learn how to join, guess what? Our brother, the so-called Northern tribe, they do it. It be 10 of them in a house. When you see them get out of the car, it be 15 of everybody working. The woman working, everybody working, because they know more, they know about it. They was here like 500 or 600 years before we got here. They was already here. That's how you think Christopher Columbus discovered them. They was already here. You go there and you read Second Era, they tell you how they came here. They came here on ships, just like God said that the 12 tribes of Israel would come on ship. They came here on ships also. It was a year and a half out. That's how far it was. God said he kept the waves off of them, but they came to the land. Why you think when they got here, they said that we was already here? How you gonna find someone who already here? That's why you can go in New Mexico and go in places and see pyramids, see Hebrew writings on the walls. Them are part of our brothers, but they want to keep us divided. So they keep us divided. We won't divide. You won't stand. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. I love you. Shalom.